Hello guys, be here with a new video for Whimsy stamps. Today we're going to be using the Unicorn Wishes clear stamp set, the Galaxy Galore background, and the mini slim rounded stitch die set as well. We're going to be making a birthday card. Let's get going. So the first thing that I am doing is I cut a piece of white cardstock with the largest die from the set, which is this one right here. We're gonna go ahead now and we're gonna create a rainbow background. Unicorns equals rainbow, right? So I'm gonna do my card vertical, but you can also do it horizontal depending the image that you're using. If you're using, for example, this laying unicorn, I think it looks better if it's horizontal, but because I'm using the jumping unicorn, I guess, I'm doing it vertical. And here are the distress inks that I am using for my background. I am gonna speed this through. It's very easy to do. There's no rhyme or reason where I'm putting my colors. I just go back and forth between colors so I can blend them well. Don't worry about writing anything down, as everything will be in the description box below. And here is how my background look like. Now let's go to the next part. So I wanted to create some texture in my background, something a little different, not just the rainbow. So I'm using the Galaxy Galore background because I think it goes really well with this Unicorn Wishes stamp. And what I'm gonna do is that I am going to stamp with embossing ink, and then I'm gonna use white embossing powder for my background. I am thinking that you can also use gold or silver, or if you have an embossing powder that is sparkly, it will look really nice with this stamp set as well. Here I'm adding my embossing powder, and you'll see that I go about 2 times with it, because if I have any spots that are not completely covered, I go back again with my embossing powder so the background looks better. And you can see here that already it's looking so good, even though it's not heated yet or anything. Oh my gosh, I really love this background. And here is how it looks like. Oh my goodness, it's so magical. I love it. Now let's go ahead and work on our stamps. For the stamping, I am using my Misty because I want to do some masking. I not only want to use the jumping unicorn, but I also want to use the balloons because it's a birthday card for a child. So balloons is a must here. I also want to use the little butterflies that the set brings. I am going to speed through this part and I see you at the end. As always, I am using Memento Tuxedo Black because it's my favorite ink and my alcohol markers don't smear. Now for my masking, I usually use these full sticky notes. I think they're fantastic for masking and they work really great if your stamps are smaller. And so I'm gonna be making a mask for my unicorn, and for the balloons I am gonna go ahead and speed through this part. For my sentiment, I'm using the 3 words that the set brings: magical birthday wishes. Now I'm just removing the masks from my unicorn and the balloon, and we're gonna go ahead and color this. And here's how it looks. We're gonna color this. Make sure that you pay attention to the top right side of the screen, because that's where I will add all the colors that I'm using. Now I'm gonna color the rest of my image, the balloons and the butterflies, with the same Copic markers that I use to color my unicorn. I'll show you at the end. After my image is done, that I color it completely, I am now fuzzy cutting around, and for the parts that are in between the balloons, I am using an X-Acto knife to cut out this part, but you can perfectly leave it. I just like cutting those white spots that are there, like those white spaces, so I'm gonna speed through this part until I get to that point. Here I am cutting those parts. Just make sure that you are very, very careful when you're using an X-Acto knife and don't cut yourself. You can see here that even though that I speed up my video, I am still going really slow. Just be careful when you do this part, if you do decide to do it. And it could not be a unicorn if it doesn't have sparkles, right? So I'm using my sparkle pen for this part. I'll show you at the end how it looks. For my card base, I have chosen a black cardstock. This piece measures 6 by 6 and is scored in half, so it measures 3 when you fold it. I'm gonna go ahead and glue my front panel down and decorate. And because my front panel has the rounded corners, I decided to also round the corners of my card base, and I'm just using an all punch that I had in my stash, and you can do that too if you like the rounded corners. For my unicorn, I decided I want to use one of these wobblers. It would be so much fun to have the unicorn interactive, I guess. I am also gonna add my sentiment, the butterflies, and let's go ahead and do this together. For my sentiment, I'm using foam tape. So at the end, I decided to add something extra. I got this confetti mix from the Whimsy stamps shop. It's called Rainbow Magic, and it is so beautiful. So I decided to add those little yellow ones to add some sparkle, and I absolutely love how it turned out. And here's my finished card. I love the interactive unicorn. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, that you subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you'll be making this card. I'll see you next time.